Anthony Smith came back, beat Ryan Spann. Incredible fight. He had to suck it up through a completely swollen shut left eye, especially. He looked so good in the first round. And you want to, there's actually a lot to talk about there about why he looked so good in the first round. And then kind of obviously he got hurt, but it wasn't just that he got hurt. There was something else to it, why he was fighting so well, in the first round, and then how he sucked it up through incredible adversity. He really needed that win, man. And he got it. It was, gosh, I was so stressed out, dude. When it's like when it's like your friend fighting, like someone you like, like I called him 2 days ago. Somehow I didn't put together that they were in Singapore. The only reason I even figured that out is because I called him on Thursday, and he picked up and he's like, "Hello." I'm like, "What's up, dude?" I'm like, "Are you all right?" He's all, "Yeah, did my weight cut." And I was like, "Oh shit." I'm like, "Well, fuck, dude. Go rehydrate and call me back." He's all, "Well, it's also 3 a.m. I was like, "Oh shit, my bad, dude. my bad." So then last night, I texted him at 3 a.m. our time, and I was like, "See, now I'm up at 3 a.m. to text you good luck, dude." But yeah, man, when it's your boy, it's, oh God, it is so stressful. It is so stressful, and I'm so glad that he won, dude. I am so glad that he won because it's one of those, like, you know the equation. I mean, if you guys clicked on this video, it means you follow Anthony's career. So you saw what he felt like after that Johnny Walker fight. Totally understandably, he was like his heart was broken, and like first thing that he said when he got on the microphone was he's like, "I'm 35, which means that's top of mind for him. He's 35, he knows he doesn't have that long left." Years. It's like when you're 24 years old, 3 years is a long time. Honestly, like this is just like a life fact, right? When you're 24 or 20, right? I remember when I was in college, like when I was like a sophomore in college, I literally never thought I was going to graduate. When I was 20 years old, there being a day when I was actually going to graduate from college and have to go live like a regular life, that was like unfathomable to me. And it's only 3 years away. And like, to me, it was like, oh, that's 3 years. And then when it's 2 years, you're like, there's 2 fucking years, dude. I got forever. But the older you get, the more those years don't matter. They don't seem long anymore. I think it's just a matter of like what the amount of time that you're referencing versus the amount of time you've been around is, because like for me, I mean, I've talked about this a million times, like my jiu-jitsu, like I've been doing jiu-jitsu 3 years now. And I mean, it's flown by. I still I think of myself as like a beginner in jiu-jitsu, which in hindsight, when you really kind of like examine it and you think about how you do, it's like, if you train as much as I do for 3 fucking years, like I know some fucking jiu-jitsu now. You know what I mean? Like I know some jiu-jitsu. And, but those years just fly by, and then like, and I started it with the goal, I'll be a black belt. I mean, without any shred of doubt, that's going to happen because I can see that far down the road. And so my point is like when you're 35 years old and you're like, oh, I could probably fight for 3, 4 more years. That's not that long, dude. And the other thing is that when you get to be 35 years old and you're where Anthony is, he's a top 10 guy. He has been like forever. There's this added thing of it's not necessarily your age. It's that if you lose a certain number in a row and it appears that you can't beat like, kind of like these top 10 guys anymore, there's no reason for you to be there. And Anthony's obviously smart enough to know that. And so you just don't have any idea how much time you have left. And for sure, going into this fight, given how the last 2 went, it has to be in the back of his mind. I don't think he would have retired if he lost. I don't think he would have retired if he lost, especially since the loss to Ankalaev was a fucking injury, Or at least that's what I would have said to him. You know, if he was like, he's hanging it up, I would have been like, no, 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 no. You got injured against Ankalaev. I mean, I don't think people realize what this fucking guy went through over a couple year period. It's really crazy because like it's not like I'm like good friends with a lot of UFC fighters. You know, I have a lot of like friendly acquaintances, people that I know, and then I have like I'm friends with Shab. Shab's my dude, and Anthony's my fucking dude. You know, and I'm probably insulting people right now by forgetting. I don't know, whatever. There's other people that are like my, but like. Not to the point where I like have insight into their life. You know what I mean? Like with Anthony, I have insight into his life. I talked to him on the phone for you know, I don't know, 90 minutes to an hour. 90 minutes is like 2 hours a day. His mom died because we were like all meet. It was like right UFC 274. And that's one of the things that happened. That's what I'm saying. Like that's my point. Is like, people just don't have any idea what a fighter is going through on the other side of the TV. They just watch him fight and it's like, you just don't have no idea, dude. And like in Anthony's case, he had, dude, his COVID, his mom died, right? Then he had a thing with his gym. You know, anyway, I don't like, not to vomit his but it's like, he's got 4 kids, got a wife. He's got like a real life and a lot of pressure, and he's still, he's dealing like I'm just saying like going into the Ankalaev fight, right? Like that year was so fucked up. You know how heavy it is to lose your mom, to lose a parent. I luckily have not gone through that yet, although I don't even know if you would call that lucky because that means it's in front of me, but I know how heavy that's going to be. At least I think I do. And he's like the guy that carries it for everybody. He's got a wife and he's got 4 daughters and a sister, and he's the one that carries it. And that's heavy. Like that's a heavy thing to carry. And then he's going to the Ankalaev fight in an absolutely, a title shot eliminator. Potentially, the opportunity to make all of this all make sense, I lost my mom. I've gone through all this other stuff. And like, this has been a really rough year, but this is my moment to like rise like a phoenix and get it done and then go win the title. And then to have like an injury to the ankle like that, like a spiral. It's just such a huge kick to the fucking balls. And Anthony's a tough ass dude. Like, don't get me wrong. He's obviously an incredibly tough guy. He's a very, very tough mentally tough guy also. But he's like a regular. That's why I'm buddies with him. He's like a real regular fucking dude. And and it's not like it wasn't hard to see, especially after the Johnny Walker fight. And so then, he goes through the rehab, he gets better, but it's been, that's a fucking serious injury to come back from. I mean, when he and I hung out in Las, what the fuck? What event was that, dude? I'm trying to think what event it was where we hung out, and then he and I and Gabrielle were hanging out at the airport afterwards. I think it was Las Vegas, but I can't remember what the hell we were doing there. Like, anyway, whatever. We were hanging out in Vegas, and he's like wheeling himself on one of those things where he's got his leg in a cast. Can't even put like any weight on the foot at all. He can't train, can't do nothing. Stuck at home, and trains himself back up, gets in incredible shape, and then goes and has that fight with Johnny Walker, and it's just and he had a really tough outing. And he was fucking crushed. If you seriously, if you watched him on Bisping talking about it, his exact words were like, he was heartbroken. And so going into this fight, like I knew all that, I was like, he fucking has to win this fight, like I can't even imagine the relief that he feels. I've called him twice since the fight, but he hasn't picked up. But like, he must just be like, oh my God, You know, it was when they asked him, who do you want to fight next? He's like, honestly, I'm 35 years old. I just want to go home, hang out with my wife, hang out with my kids, and relax, because he got his win bonus, another fucking, lot of money, big fucking difference between, just show and win. And now he's coming off a win. I just don't think people understand how massive the impact is for fighters in terms of their emotional state when they're coming off a win versus when they're coming off a loss, or if they're coming off 2 wins versus coming off of 2 losses, or at the opposite ends of the universe are like when they're on a big win streak versus when they hit like a 3-fight skid, because no matter what age they are, they have to start asking themselves like, dude, is this going to be it for me? And fighting under those circumstances is just, it's got to be, I can't even imagine how terrifying that must be. So he won. And then, speaking on his performance, the reason why he was so fucking good. Oh, by the way, if I haven't said this yet, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, if you don't mind. I'm just kidding. You need to. But seriously, please. That's all I ask, is that you guys subscribe when you watch my stuff. But let's see how this video is doing. Not terrible. Not terrible, but what the fuck? What the hell's going on, dude? I don't understand, dude. I really, really do not understand. There's something going on with my YouTube now, but whatever. I mean, maybe I'll remember to edit this out, or maybe I won't. It's just so bizarre. I go through these crazy, I go through these streaks where like 1 week, I'll gain 2,000 subscribers, and then I'll go through like 5-6 days. I'm posting every single day where like I'll gain like 3 subscribers, 2 subscribers, 6 subscribers. And what that means is that it just means they're not showing my stuff to anyone new, which is just bizarre. I don't really understand. I don't know. I don't understand. Yeah, I mean, dude, this is so crazy. Like from August 12th to right now, so like 2 weeks has just been completely dead, except for the one day right after the pay-per-view where I gained 160. It's just so fucking weird. I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. Anyway, sometimes I feel like there is I don't know. I feel like there's some kind of coordinated effort, like where I don't know, like where people will like all together go and subscribe, right? And then they'll like coordinated all go unsubscribe, like some kind, because it's like I can't make heads or tails of it unless YouTube is like clearing people out. Because like, dude, I put up a video about Max Holloway's performance, and in the last 20 minutes I've lost 6 subscribers. Who's unsubscribing because I said, wow, Max Holloway had Maui on his back, what an incredible performance, I think he should go to 155 to fight Gaethje. Like, who sees that and they're all unsubscribed? Like, that doesn't make any sense. That makes no fucking sense to me. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. Whatever. I would be an idiot to be complaining about my fucking YouTube career. Anyway, but like, but that should tell you that's how much it matters to me. So, and this is a different channel, so subscribe to this channel. So, anywho, on his performance, like in the first round, he fought pure Muay Thai, like just straight up pure Muay Thai, which was awesome, dude, because he knew Ryan Spann's not going to take him down. So, I mean, we're talking like real Muay Thai, knee up in the front. And he did so well, dude. He looked so fucking good. He looked incredible. And then you had to see the other part of his game, which is how do you handle being seriously hurt? Because that shot that Ryan Spann hit him with in the second round, that was just like, it literally just grazed it. It grazed his eye, but it grazed it just in the worst possible way. And his eye blew. I wonder if his orbital bone was broken, Because that was just instantly blown up. It's such a weird shot because it looked like it just grazed it. And then so when he went down, I'm like, whoa, he's really fucking hurt. And I was like, what happened? I had no idea what happened. I was like, how was he that hurt from that? And then you see he gets up and his eye is this big. And you see the replay, you're like, oh my gosh. It's one of those ones that just, you think of a straight shot, but it's one of those crazy ones that goes, bang, just like, it's like a grazing shot, and it does even more damage almost than, that was crazy. He survived, thank God. And then the third round, he completely dominated the first round, then he clearly lost the second round, and then the third round was super close, but when they showed the strike count, and they were pretty much even for the whole fight, I was like, Anthony has to have won then because Spann landed the majority of his strikes in the second round. I mean, the third round looked really close, but in all seriousness, unbiased, I would have given it to Anthony either way, but it was so close. Dude, I was watching it in a coffee shop, and when they, it was like, first one, Judge 29-28, Spann. I was like, oh, fuck. And I mean, obviously, it's a split decision. Second one, Anthony Smith. And I literally just was like, oh my God, please. And he's like, and winner by split decision. And I just visualized, like, I just tried to, like, in my mind, Anthony, like, don't even hear the other word. And he's like, Anthony Smith. I was like, fuck it, let's go. And, because I was in a coffee shop with one of my training partners from jiu-jitsu, because we were next door to our jiu-jitsu gym. And I saw his face, like he went like this, like, and then he looked around the room just like, I caught him off guard for sure. I don't think he was expecting a reaction like that at all. But yeah, dude, I was so fucking stoked, dude. I was so stoked. But yeah, so I don't know. You know what I'm gonna post so much shit on this channel. I'm just building this second channel also. That way, it's just other topics. Then I don't have to worry about it. I can just, like, there's no way for me to title this. The reason why I'm doing this channel and I'll always post here, I'll do 7 videos a week here every time now, is there is no way for me to, like, I know what titles will get clicked on. And if I post certain videos on, like videos that I want to do, like I obviously want to do this fucking video, but like, what do I title? Like I know there's no way for me to title it something that's like grabby enough on my regular channel to where the click-through rate will be higher than 10%. And that's literally what just does everything with the algorithm is what's the click-through percentage and then how long do people watch for. And I can't afford to put stuff up there that won't have, at least like a 12 to 15% click-through rate out of the gate. So I put it on the second channel, and honestly, a lot of these videos will be better than those. It just means it's just not as grabby of a title. So anyway, that's what I got. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. I love you guys. Bye-bye.